Welcome, 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 all. Welcome to Shout from the Heart, episode 31. We're 31 episodes into this thing. I do it for y'all, I do it for the fans. And make sure if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and check out songs that I released and everything. It's all on my YouTube page. Just released a song yesterday, Bad Man. Yay! Yay! And behind the camera is my brother, Justice, who came from behind the camera last week. If you can tell, I am wearing my Wake Forest gear. That was prematurely. Inclement weather for a Wake Forest baseball game. You know, our field, if you guys are not familiar with North Carolina, wherever you guys are maybe watching, our field, Wake Forest Field, David F. Couch Ballpark, to be exact, is all turf. It's not grass. It's all turf, artificial turf. So, in rainy conditions, people can easily get injured like that. Even though it's not like a thunderstorm or life threatening storms going on right now, the field is so wet that they had to postpone it. So, inclement weather for you. That's what happens when you are a team that plays on artificial turf instead of real grass. Because if you're playing on real grass, you can easily just put a tarp over it, let the rain catch the tarp, and we still be playing ball. Now, it probably may get pushed back from 4 p.m. to 6, but we still be playing some baseball. Daggone it, we be playing till the day is long. Speaking of Wake Forest, I've saved this because I wanted to talk on the podcast about it. Before I get into that, came to my attention a couple minutes before the show that I saw something that quite frankly disturbed me. Kellogg's CEO says that poor families should start eating cereal for dinner. I got a couple questions. First of all, who are you referring to? What ethnicity are you referring to, sir? What ethnicity? Are you referring to blacks? Because when I think of this headline and I see that headline, I'm thinking you're taking a shot at black families. Because statistically speaking, black families are not in the upper class. Unless you're a rapper or some sort of entertainer. We are not, as minorities, in the upper class, and that's statistically speaking. So, don't shoot the messenger. Now, here's the other question that I had. Why do poor families have to eat cereal? That is the biggest stereotype in America.
How they gonna get
That's
the cereal?
like saying that every black person listens to rap music when in actuality
They don't.
there's a lot of black people that I come across may listen to rap music, but they also have other genres of music that they listen to. It's not just rap music 24/7. We listen to gospel, we listen to country at times, we listen to some freaking Taylor Swift at times too, you know. That's the biggest stereotype ever. For a black man, that's all we do is listen to rap music and sell drugs. Well, not all black men are like that. Some are, but then again, you got those ones that are like me that just stay in the house and be good little men, you know? So not everybody's like that. But that's kind of the questions that I had, you know, because I don't get that. That's kind of, to me, that's just a stupid, idiotic thing for you to say. Because if you're a poor family, and that's another question I actually had. What is your definition of poor? Is your definition of poor just, oh, I don't got no money to even spend to get groceries type of poor, to a point where, yeah, okay, all I can afford is cereal? Or are you referring to people in a situation where we have a family that is not rich but is not poor either. But by definition they are poor, meaning we may not have enough in the house, may be keeping the bills and stuff paid, but we're going to make sure above all else that we eat. Because if you're talking about that type of family who is not rich but is not that definition of poor to where all they got to eat is a thing of cereal, then I question that comment. I question whether you are an intelligent person, because not all poor families. If you are a poor person in a poor family, my definition of poor is you don't have lights, you don't have a car, you're barely keeping a roof over your head, you're barely keeping food in the house. That's my definition of poor, and that's all. And all you have to eat is a thing of cereal. That's my definition of poor. I would love to know your definition of it so we can chop it up and really just decide on where to draw the line. But other than that, knock it off. It's a stupid and idiotic thing for you to say. It's just irritating before I come on the show and I see things like that. It just kind of irritates my being, my soul. It just doesn't sit right with me when I hear stuff like that, or even when I see stuff like that. It's irritating to me. But back to business at hand. Bracketology updated March 1st. And we only got 2 weeks before Selection Sunday. So let's go ahead and get down to business. Okay? As it stands right now, my team, even though we lost to Notre Dame the other night, it doesn't matter. We beat Duke, and that's all that matters. Doesn't really seem like we're going to move out of the bubble. Regardless of what happens in the conference tournament, does not really matter. Wake Forest has the last 4 byes, and it is what it is. And the last 4 in, Gonzaga, New Mexico, Seton Hall, and Providence. First 4 out would be Villanova, Utah, Colorado, and St. John's. Colorado will get better in football. Basketball, I never really saw you as a basketball team. I just saw you as football, really, to be honest with you. And the last 4 out is Texas A&M, Iowa, Ole Miss, and Kansas State. We kind of see that coming. But we got, as it stands right now, we got a good few ACC teams up in here. We got 2 that have the last 4 byes, which is Virginia and Wake Forest. And 2 of them, maybe 3, because I think Clemson is on here. I think, of course, Duke and Carolina. So, actually, the ACC's done pretty good. 5 schools. If Selection Sunday were to start this Sunday, this would be the field. And it's the 68 teams, obviously. Let's see here. I want to know exactly, since people are saying, who are we going to face? Let's see here. Wake. Wake Forest. Let's see here. Wake Forest. Oh! Wake Forest, baby. Wake Forest. It seems to me that we would play the winner. We would play the winner of Marquette and I don't even know how to pronounce this team's name, but we would pretty much be facing the winner of a previous matchup before us, and we are in the lower bracket of the tournament, the Midwest bracket of the tournament, in Detroit, playing in Detroit, which is historical basketball town. But yeah, play. We wouldn't play that first day of the tournament because obviously we have a bye, but play like the next day, day after, something like that, you know. Anyway, let's get to these Elimination Chamber results. And I prematurely said something on here last week about Elimination Chamber. I said 4 p.m. when in actuality, if you're a true WWE fan, 4 a.m. East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time, 4 in the morning. I refuse to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to see a wrestling pay-per-view. I can't do it. I didn't even do it when we had the other Australian pay-per-view, the Super Showdown. I didn't do it. I just went back on WWE Network and watched it back as soon as I got up. But I'm not going to sit up there and be like, oh, 4 o'clock in the morning, let me turn it on, WWE, because the pay-per-view's on. I'm not going to do that. No. Sorry. Let's get to the results. Pre-show, the Kabuki Warriors, Candice LeRae was defeated by the Kabuki Warriors and her partner Hartwell. For the women's tag team championships, they got beat. And they got beat bad from what I hear. It's just sad. So sad. So sad. The Elimination Chamber for the women's to receive a women's world championship match. Becky Lynch won that. So now we have Mommy versus the Man. Rhea Ripley in one corner, who calls herself Mommy for some weird, insane reason. And then we have Becky Lynch, who since 2016, I believe, has been calling herself the Man. And rightfully so. That moniker is rightfully so. Rightfully earned. Now, before I get any more further into the card, there was a little friction between Ric Flair and Becky Lynch as to who owns the rights to the Man moniker. Ric Flair was the one that said, to be the Man, you have to beat the Man. And that's where the conflict came, because she started calling herself the Man, and this, that, and the third. So, I mean, everything's cool now, because, I mean, obviously she's still using it. And Ric Flair is part of AEW now, so. But hey, he's the 16-time world champion, so stop. Let bygones be bygones. I mean, everything you did, Ric Flair, has influenced somebody, okay? You know, you can't hold on to everything for yourself, okay? The woos, next thing you know, he's going to start suing the fans because they saying his catchphrase. They've been doing that for years, ever since you started saying it. So, I mean, what's the point in this? Like, that was pointless at that time, period. It was very pointless for you to even try to be petty about that. That's just what it was. It was pettiness. Stop. Like, it's just petty. Stop it. The Undisputed Tag Team Championships were on the line, and the Judgment Day prevailed. Yeah, everybody is just like, oh, we don't care about Judgment Day. Well, you know, the new what? Republic. Oh my God. What did I tell y'all last week? This sound like a record label. It sound like an old hip hop label. New Catholic Republic. It sound like a new don't it sound like a record label just like a gangster rap label?
Mm-hmm.
Just like with rappers that never
New
really
Catholic
made it.
Republic.
New Catholic Republic. Yeah. It just, oh my God. Oh, New Catch Republic. Is that right? Catch? Catholic? New? I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of old rappers getting together and starting a record company. Like if DMX was living and then Jay-Z decided to, oh, okay, I'm gonna merge Rock Nation with this, and we gonna call it New Catch Republic. It's your boy. But yeah, moving on. The men's elimination chamber. Drew McIntyre won that. I told my brother prematurely that it was Bobby Lashley, but you know, Wikipedia and their dumb selves don't update nothing till it's done. But which is why Wikipedia is not a trustful site to do any research or anything like that. But during this pay-per-view, I found something very shocking, and I heard something very shocking. And on Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman was just like, hey, you don't want to go there. Don't you do it. And he did it anyway. In Australia, Perth, Australia to be exact, Cody Rhodes, you know, the same guy, the American Nightmare, the guy who's on the cover of the video game that's coming out next Friday. If you pre-ordered it, it's coming out Tuesday, like I did, but I digress. He made a challenge to a certain somebody who has solidified himself in the Attitude Era and solidified himself in the entertainment era. Lord Jesus, this dog is getting on my nerves, and it's taking everything in my power to not tell her to shut up. But if she keeps barking, I might have to step aside for a minute and tell her to be quiet, because she knows better. When her parents leaves, she shuts her mouth. Okay? I'm trying really hard to be professional here, but she's pushing it. She's really pushing it, and I don't want to yell, okay, like I usually do. If this was an ordinary day, I would do that, and if I wasn't doing the podcast, I would do that, but she's getting on my nerves with this barking and crap, and it looks like I may have to step aside just for one moment and tell her to be quiet. But she done shut up now, so I guess she already know what's coming if she don't. Anyway, like I was saying, Cody Rhodes decided to make a challenge to none other than The Rock. Stupid. Idiotic. I say this as a fan because you know this is not going to be a one-on-one match, okay? You know that he's part of the bloodline now.
You gonna get Roman
You're
Reigns,
not gonna get
Jimmy
just
Uso.
The Rock. You're gonna get Jimmy. You're gonna get Solo. Roman has nothing to do with this. He's got his own problems to deal with at WrestleMania. If Roman shows up, he'll just show up to be showing up, because he works 10 times less than everybody, but makes 10 times more money than everybody. So let me ask y'all, would you want some of Seth Rollins' money or Tribal Chief money?
Seth Rollins.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how
Tribal
much
Chief
money.
Tribal Chief money. They make more than $1 than what you get, man, my man.
Hey.
365 days a year that they're on the road. You don't get no time off.
And how much money you
unless
get?
you injured.
About like
you make more in the WWE. If you lose a match, you make more money losing a match than you do winning a match. Yes, you do. If a guy says, "Hey, we're gonna put the title on the line," and you know what, I'm gonna drop the title, or I'm gonna put the title on the line, and we're gonna beat you. Losers get paid more than the winners. Shocker. But they do. And it's in the millions. God, it's in the millions. Ooh. Even if you win, it's still in the million bracket.
Let me guess. 6 million?
I don't know. The average wrestler? I don't know. Why are you asking me that? I don't know.
Can you search it up?
I'm looking now. I mean, that was out of nowhere question? What do you need to know that for?
I just trying to guess. Okay. I feel
No,
like
I'm gonna put not salary. I'm gonna put pay. WWE pay for a wrestler. Yeah, well, salary, same thing. Salaries is pay. The average salary for a WWE wrestler is between $100,000 and $500,000 per year.
dang.
But some wrestlers earn millions of dollars annually. 12 million, which belongs to Brock Lesnar. Wait, hold on. That's not current. Oh, WWE superstars on the main roster can expect a minimum base salary of $250,000, according to Triple H. The listed salaries for top WWE superstars range from $8.5 million to $2 million annually. Additionally, wrestlers can earn more through merchandise bonuses, pay-per-view fees, and other perks.
Dang.
Yeah. So I'm assuming the $2 million goes to the winner. The 2.5 or the 8.5 goes to the winner. The $2 million goes to the loser. And like basically what they're saying is you earn money outside of wrestling too by showing up to other events and promoting the WWE and doing commercials and other things like that. So yeah. And if I was an athletic person, I would be in the WWE too. Shoot. But I can't. But yeah, Cody, let me explain something. Don't do this. Don't do it.
You're gonna get knocked out.
Don't do it.
You're gonna get.
I want to see the match because that's a dream match for me. But it's just not gonna. It's not gonna.
Worth it.
It's not gonna be the way that you think it's gonna be, my man. And I'm a huge Cody Rhodes fan right now, but it's not gonna go down the way you think it's gonna go down. So I'm just letting you know. You go through with this, you have been warned. Okay, you've been warned.
Don't.
The main event, obviously, because we're in her home country of Australia, was Rhea Ripley successfully defending the title against Nia Jax. And, of course, that was expected. You're in Australia. That's where she was born. That's her home country. Come on now. She's not going to lose her title or any type of match in her home country. That's like Bret Hart at Survivor Series in 1997. When he lost, all of Canada broke out on Mr. McMahon. You screwed Bret, which he did. But there's more to that story behind the scenes. See, back then, Bret Hart was a butthole back then. And he, just like anybody else and just like any other business, wanted more money. Wanted a contract extension. Wanted this. Wanted that. He wanted to stay the face of the company. And Mr. McMahon was like, you want all of this, you're gonna have to earn it.
You gotta crawl before you walk.
You gotta take this WWE, at that time, WWF title to new heights. And the reason why it's not called WWF no more, you can blame the World Wildlife Fund. WWF. And they let it go on for so long that the World Wildlife Fund did not sue WWE for that until 2002. Wow. We've had that moniker since 1985. Been calling ourselves WWF since 1980s. And you wait till 2002 to sue us for that. That's kind of crappy. Rather stupid.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is.
At least it's still going on. It's still.
Oh my God! nobody can mess with WWE. I'm sorry. It just can't. It doesn't matter who the CEO is. Vince McMahon and all his McMahon people can step down all they want to. It doesn't matter. It's still successful. We still remember the old. We still got the new. It doesn't matter. You know, I get all this scandal between Mr. McMahon and a former WWE diva. Apparently the rape situation that happened back in the day, and apparently this woman is saying that Mr. McMahon knew about it and decided to cover it up, and her daughter knew about it and decided to cover up for him. And it's a lot of he say, she say right now. Don't know. But like Cat Williams said in his interview, it doesn't matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter how big you are. All of these entities that got money are catching it in 2024. And that was just only a couple days into the new year. We didn't even get a couple days into the new year yet. You know, LeBron, jumping gears and switching gears, LeBron led his team back from a 20 point deficit the other night against the Clippers, and he was on fire. My God, block after block, shot after shot. He was a one-man wrecking crew. He even picked up where he left off last night in the 134 win to 131 win against the Wizards on our home court. He picked up right where he left off the night before, and boom, block after block, bow, shot after shot. Oh my God, this guy, it's like he's not even going in his 40s right now. It's like he's playing like he was in high school still.
He acting like he a young person.
He up there just jumping out the air and jumping over people, trying to block people. I'm like, dang, what's the matter with you? Like,
man,
who done pissed you off, you know? Like,
what's going on here? I don't want to piss him off.
I don't want that. I don't like that.
You can play
LeBron,
like
you can have that. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that.
I don't want you doing that to me, okay?
I'll let you. Hey.
Chill out.
In other sports news, you know, the Cam Newton situation, that whole fight between him. He came out today on his podcast. He came out and said he's still going to do it. He's still going to do the thing for the youth. He sees a little of him in those kids, even though they want to joke and make crack jokes and do all this stuff. That situation is not going to deter him and stop him from doing this. I blame security, and I also blame the parents. I blame security because how do you let Cam Newton just get easily grabbed like that? How do you allow easy access to him like that? There's no way in the world I should be able to easily get up on that stage and just start jumping him. And the thing is, he wasn't fazed by that because he put the kid in the headlock. He put him in a headlock. He didn't even throw a punch. He just pushed all those guys off. Like 5 different guys just pushed him off like it's nothing. Like you're freaking Big Show or something. And you're not. You're a freaking football player. Well, former football player, but your aspirations of getting back in the league is, you know.
High.
But, you know, the whole point is this generation has no respect for their parents, no respect for authority. You know, it's just, I blame them. I blame parents nowadays because parents are too soft in this generation. You want to give your kids timeouts and special places. No. Beat them down and make them understand that they will respect authority. Okay? Don't be giving them no timeouts and special. To a black kid, a timeout in a special place is a coma. Get knocked out. That's your special place. I knew you was going to go to that special place. That to a black kid, that's a funeral. You 6 feet deep to a black kid. What the heck is a special place? And then the nanny, you got like shows like The Nanny talking about you must ignore the child's behavior, but not the child. What? No! I will acknowledge the child's behavior and I will discipline my child according to what needs to happen. If my child makes good grades in school, he will be rewarded. However, if my child decides to make bad grades in school, then guess what? He will be disciplined accordingly. Something will get taken away, or he might get spanked. Don't know. It depends on what the situation is. But if my dad says if you ever disrespect any adult, I will proceed to embarrass you. Okay, I'm 26 years old. I'm a grown man. If I was to do that to Cam Newton or any other adult, and my dad were to see that or find out about that, oh, it's on and popping. He's going to embarrass me because it's all about respect. When you go out there and represent, you're not representing just yourself. You're representing for the family that you have a last name to. Okay, when you step out there on the field or wherever, school, wherever, you're representing your family. Okay, you have that last name for a reason. You just don't go up there and just start popping off at the mouth and thinking that you done arrived because you think that you're better than Cam Newton. That's not how that works, son. You gotta crawl before you walk. How you gonna tell him he out the league? He sucks. You don't have a ring, yet he's an MVP. He had a 15-1 season. At one point in his career, he was at the big game. He was at the Super Bowl against one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in Peyton Manning. Okay? Do you not realize how good this guy is? Come on now. He's won multiple national championships at Auburn. This guy is greatness. And how dare you, as an individual, as a kid, tell him that he sucks? He ain't making no money. He ain't rich. And Cam Newton was so smooth with it. He said, he folded down his sleeve. He said, look at my watch. Look at my chain. I got money. You trying to get to where I'm at. I don't got to get to where you at. I used to be there, but I got money. You know he's making money still. He may not be in the league no more, but he's still making money some sort of way. I mean, come on now. Let's be real about this. Let's be realistic about this for just 1 second. Like, come on now. It's stupid. It's just, oh my goodness. Salary cap in the NFL got boosted. That's good for us because we're trying to go for a linebacker from Clemson. His name is Jeremiah Trotter Jr. So, yeah, trying to go after him. And you know, anybody that's coming from Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, you know, that's top-notch competition right there. That's top-notch greatness right there.
Can we get someone from Wake Forest?
No. No. Heck no. Ain't nobody worth Wake Forest getting. No. Heck no. I don't even know why you would ask that stupid question. That's a stupid question right there. You seen the season. I don't even know why you would ask that question.
Was last season.
It don't matter. Scouts and stuff. You obviously don't know how scouting works, Justice. I obviously don't know how scouting works. Okay, it don't matter how good you play. There's some good players on Wake Forest that could make the draft. But they're not going to get drafted no first round like Jeremiah Trotter. Because ain't nobody on our team currently right now that deserves to be a first rounder. A.T. Perry was lucky to be a first rounder because of his ability to catch the ball. And look at who he had as his quarterback. He had an average guy named Sam Hartman throwing the freaking ball around to him. Like, come on now. This is a top-notch receiver and we have an average quarterback throwing to me. Like, of course I'm going to make plays. I'm going to make him look good because that's my job as a receiver. That's what I'm supposed to do. But as far as that, no. I shouldn't have even acknowledged that as answer. I should have just stopped the podcast right there. But I didn't want to yet till I got through with that. No. I'm sorry. I'm a Wake Forest fan, but I'm going to be honest and brutally honest with all my teams. No, they don't deserve to be in the draft. None of them do. None of them on this team does.
Out, man. Chill.
Okay, what they deserve is what they got. They went to the toilet bowl this year. Okay, I told y'all. They drunk out of the toilet bowl, and they probably sick to their stomach now. What we need to do is focus on spring training and get ready for this spring game that we got coming up after Easter, where we play each other. Where it's just like Team 1 of Wake Forest, Team 2 of Wake Forest. Like,
what the heck?
Well, that's scrimmage, spring training. Okay, you would obviously expect us to play somebody else in spring training when the actual season doesn't start till August. Come on now. Like, I got 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months. I'm not trying to get any of my players hurt right now. This is just spring training. If they're gonna get hurt in practice, that's one thing. But come on now, this ain't the pros.
Get hurt in practice, by the time
they got 4 or 5 months to heal up. They
Yeah.
got 4 or 5 months to heal up. So I'd rather them get hurt against each other in practice in the scrimmage than to be going up against somebody like Oregon or somebody in the spring training. Like, what? No. The season does not start till August, and I cannot wait till it starts again. Until then, I have my cousin who plays for the Birmingham Stallions in the UFL, which is the USFL and the XFL combined now. And I can't wait for that league to start up this spring, because any football I'll watch. I'll even watch the Carolina Cobras in the indoor football league that they got here in the Greensboro Coliseum. I'll watch that too. From time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time. If I really feel like, just sitting there and watching it. But, hey, it is what it is. Alright, with that being said, because my cameraman has something that needs to be taken care of, a lot of things that need to be taken care of that he has to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut this podcast off, which is actually pretty good because y'all pretty much got like a whole 30, 35 minutes, almost
37.
40 minutes, 37, whatever. Almost a 40-minute podcast, which is usually the range, Next week, you asked for him, and you shall receive. It's my dad. Don't know what we're talking about yet until we get on here and just start rapping and making magic, doing what we do here. That's all up to us. But get back in touch with you next week with that. The 15th, no podcast. I will be doing the Guilford County School Board, speaking there about the transportation situation and how that's looking right now. And Good Friday, the 29th, not doing that. The 23rd's podcast, I will be doing that solo. Yeah, I'll be doing that solo by myself, on my own, because there's something going on that Justice will find out about later on. But yeah, I'll be doing that solo on my own that night. But anyway, I will see you guys next week with my dad sitting right here by my side, and thank you all for tuning in.